YouTube, this is Sixus.
And I'm BDSceptyr, hello.
And welcome to Custom Card Spotlight 9.
9!
So, I'll be starting off this one with Gaia, the Chaos Champion. This is a fusion monster that was made by ChaosTrevor. Fittingly, name-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So, this one takes one Gaia the First Knight and one Blackluster Soldier monster. Must be fusion summoned, unaffected by your opponent's spell effects, gains 100 attack for each warrior monster in your graveyard. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. If this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, draw one card. So, with that last two, it's like they just implemented Spiral Spear Strike into this card's effect.
Basically.
Yeah.
Now stack that with that card.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. It's
because he's not
yeah,
Gaia?
It's that goes by specific name. So that one only works with Gaia the First Knight, Swift Gaia the First Knight, and Gaia the Dragon Champion.
You had to do like a Red Eyes fusion type deal where the monster that's summoned counts as Red Eyes.
Yeah. But anyway,
Or in this
so
case, Gaia.
another thing is, if you notice, Blackluster Soldier monster. Okay, that one's anything in that archetype. But the other one has to be specifically Gaia the First Knight.
Yeah, that's kind of a drag. I would prefer it to be like, one Gaia.
I would like the ability to use Charging Gaia or Wizen.
Yeah, how would you name it though? Like, how would you put it in the name?
One Gaia the First Knight monster.
Oh, is it just all of them are? I know not all of them are named Fierce though.
Charging Gaia the First Knight, a Wizen Gaia the First Knight,
Lord Gaia, okay,
Lord
okay.
Gaia
Yeah,
the
okay,
First
okay.
Knight. So yeah, that is the name convention that they decided on.
I was thinking of Swift Gaia. I thought it was Gaia the Swift Knight, but I realized it's Swift Gaia. Okay.
Once again, unaffected by your opponent's spell effects, it has 3,400 base attack, 3,000 base defense, and gains 100 attack for each warrior in your graveyard.
It took that one from a Colossal Fighter.
And yeah, I guess it did. But yeah, and it can make a second attack during each battle phase. So given all of that, a decent amount of protection, as well as a lot of attack and a lot of attacking.
Oh yeah.
I guess
a great card.
Yeah, I guess it's worthy of being specific with one of the materials.
I can get it. I mean, like that's the kind of card you build your entire deck around.
Yeah, I would love this as a boss monster for Gaia, because here's the thing. Blackluster Soldier, yes, it has its own deck. Gaia doesn't.
No, it doesn't really have a focus on itself. But I mean, I like what they did with it. I feel like they did really good with him. But
I would like if they gave them more support, because clearly his focus is fusion.
Mm-hmm.
But
with the two fusions he has.
Yeah. And that one does count as the original Dragon Champion. So, and it even searches out Spiral Spear Strike.
Right.
Oh, right. Yes, right. The draw is not a once per turn, and since it can attack twice with piercing damage, yeah, you can
draw 2 cards.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that is a really good one. I think that is a really good Gaia boss monster.
I can only imagine, if if its name counted as, whenever you summon it, if it counted as Dragon Champion, you would draw 4 cards. That would be a little insane. Actually, no. You would draw 6 cards. You would draw 6, because that's not once per turn either. I'm reading it. It's not.
Oh yeah, I double checked that just to make sure. So yeah, it's draw 2 cards, discard 1.
Draw 6 cards.
Okay, yeah, that would be kind of crazy. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Yeah, that's a good thing it's specific.
Yeah. Alright, so I got the next one?
Yeah.
Alright, Hazy Flame Phoenix. This is, of course, the level 6 Fire Winged Beast. 24 attack, 200 defense. Nice. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects once per turn. I was saying nice more for the defense of the attack. That's kind of sad at this point.
I figured because it is a rekindling target.
Yeah. It's like the meme, 24 attack. I like this. And then 200, but I like this better. Okay, can I be targeted by card effects? Or your opponent cannot target it anyway. Once returned, when a card effect is activated, you can discard this card, negate activation, and destroy it. Well, that's just that's a hand trap. That's a hand trap at this point.
Yeah.
That's just straight up a when a card effect is activated, discard to negate. Okay,
Okay, that's not even archetypal limited.
that might might be
That
broken.
is stronger than all the hand traps we have.
Okay. If you control 2 or more face-up Hazy cards, you can switch summon this card from your grave. And then that's also not... Oh, no, okay. You can only use this effect once per turn. You can only control 1 face-up Phoenix. Okay, well, buddy, that doesn't...
but the discard isn't once per turn. At least Asblossom does have a hard once per turn effect.
Alright, Grezar, you done goofed. You done... if this card was made, you done caused the Yu-Gi-Oh! Apocalypse that would cause people to quit the game.
Yeah, we have a problem with this card.
It's a bit broken.
When you're a better hand trap than all of the other hand traps, we have an issue.
And you're part of an archetype is one thing. Like, it's okay to be... Like, that's an okay effect if it was... Like, that's understanding. It's an amazing effect. If it had, like... Even if it had, like, the effect of a restriction of... If you have to control a Hazy Flame and no other monsters, that would still be insane.
But that would be a lot more justifiable given that all the Hazy Flame monsters are level 6.
Right. And this lets you, you have to control 2 Hazy cards, but that can be the continuous spell and I guess a trap as well. So you could have those and summon it if you really couldn't normal summon anything. That gets you something on the board. I like the card, and the artwork, but good lord.
Yeah, we have one issue with this. Everything else seems fine. Like, if you guys remove that, it would still be a great foolish burial target.
Right. Or like if it said like you can discard this card to normal summon a Hazy Flame in addition to your normal summoner set without tributing. Something like that. Or even just just discarding it to search for Hazy Pillar. That would have been good.
Honestly, I think it would just work. Discard this card. You can get additional normal summon of a Hazy Flame monster. Because Hazy Pillar always makes it so you can normal summon without tribute.
Oh, that's all it does? Oh, okay.
Well, no, it does something else. So with Hazy Pillar, you can also target an Xyz monster you control, equip a Hazy Flame from your hand to it as an Xyz material.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I've got the next one.
Alright.
Diamond Wolf. I don't know who to contribute this to.
I think this is Crystal Beast?
Yeah, it is. Okay, so you can discard this card to add 1 Ancient City Rainbow Ruins from your deck to your hand. If Ancient City Rainbow Ruins is not face up on the field, destroy this card. If this face up card is destroyed except by its own effect, you can target 1 Crystal Beast monster in your graveyard, place it face up in your spell trap zone as a continuous spell card. It has 2000 attack, so it's straight up just like a Captain Gold. Or, or one of those like that Zewa monster that says out Sanctuary in the Sky. So yeah, it's a high attack monster that searches out a field spell, but if the field spell isn't on the field, it dies immediately.
Yep. It has another effect too, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Most of the others just have that one effect.
Now, I know you're kind of upset that it's not another Crystal Beast.
Yeah. I mean, it is pretty disappointing because if it was, it could fill up the graveyard with itself.
Yeah.
And then that's a name. But I know they're not going to add any more.
Yeah, no. But honestly, I ability to sort out that field trail, which is pretty good. There's multiple effects on it, and the more you have, the better it is. Granted, it is not synergetic with the pendulums at all.
No.
But the effects are good, and this one, if it's destroyed, can place one of them into the spell trap zone as a continuous spell card to help out with the field spell. So there's synergy with this.
Yeah.
Everything it does makes sense. And also, the stats are rather important because, let's face it, Crystal Beasts,
don't have a lot.
yeah, they're lacking in that. Their best ones are Amber, Mammoth, Topaz, Tiger, and Sapphire Pegasus. That's it.
I can just imagine like the description of this card. Like this is the guy's description of this monster. He's a lone wolf. Literally doesn't even own the Crystal Beast name. His eyesight, hearing, and sense of smell are almost as sharp as the diamonds on him.
Okay, I like your flavor text. That's cool.
It's not that. It's like just looking at it, I'm like, this is like a recipe for an edgy character right here.
Yeah.
All right, so I got the next one.
Yeah, you got the next one. This one's kind of fitting.
Oh, okay. What the heck? Oh, it's a Karakuri.
I know.
It's a train. I guess it kind of looks like a Karakuri, but sure, we'll go with it. The Karakuri, if you don't know, it just got support, and it's actually very good support. It looks like level 6, 2,000, 2,500. One Karakuri plus one or more non-tuner machines. It's very specific. When this card is single summoned, you can special summon a Karakuri from a deck.
Expected.
When this card's battle position is changed, you can special summon a Karakuri monster from your grave. Its effects are negated and it is destroyed during end phase. There was no once per turn on this, so I'm interested. I would be interested to see how much you could. Oh man, especially with the new support.
Yeah, that
Especially
toad.
with the new
Yeah, the toad that you can banish from the graveyard in order to change the battle position.
Wow. Huh.
So
I like the fact that this card is truly anonymous because nobody made it. If you look at the bottom right corner.
True, it is made by nobody.
Nobody made this card. Oh no.
Oh wait, actually I have it written down that it's by Caius the Shadow Monarch 788.
Haha, we found you. We totally didn't have to look up his
It's
information.
one of those two names. Anyway, so I like the fact that it isn't 100% dedicated to being a play extender.
Mm-hmm.
It spells summons from the deck when summoned and then changes spell position, and it can spell summon from the deck. Graveyard, I mean. And fortunately it does negate the effects and you don't get to keep the monster. And as you can see, there's a strain 15. So, before links.
Yeah, and I think this would have been a great card. Like, I mean, I kind of scoffed at the attack a little bit there because it is kind of weaker, but it's made for a play extender more than a playmaker. I mean, I'm sure the idea is to bring out like this with the level, like summon this and then bring out the level 2 and then go into the level 8 and then
bring out the level 2 Beowulf, which would help you with extending plays. Yeah, so it does make sense.
And this was something I know that like links weren't even around when this card was made, but that this would have been good for the link era too because
it would be even better.
I like it.
Yeah,
pretty good. I would rate it 10 out of 10. Artwork's a little confusing, but good card.
Anyway,
so you got the next one.
Yep, and we got Alien Pearl.
Lay reptile of the episode.
Yeah, pretty much. So, Alien Pearl. Not to be confused with Aliens vs. Pearl.
Oh yeah, I just put that together. Yeah. Like while you were saying it, I was like, oh wait a minute.
As someone who's a big fan of the Pearl movies, yes, I approve of this. Anyway, so 1850 attack, it's a link 2, takes 2 alien monsters, it's straight up and straight down with the arrows. If this card is link summoned, draw 2 cards. You can... Yeah, so pretty good. Good thing it's very much archetypally locked.
It's just like the Cosmic Fortress Golgar. It's so specific that it can't be abused.
It is synergetic with how it does look. Oh, and also, I forgot I mentioned Alan Mac 95, of course.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, yep, this is gonna be a good one.
You can only use this effect once put on. Good thing that's a hard one to turn on to draw too.
Oh yeah.
Alien monsters this card points to, the one, cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Once put on, quick effect, you can remove 2 A counters from anyone on the field, disperse on 1 alien monster from your hand or deck. If this card is sent to the graveyard, place 2 A counters on 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. So the last effect is effectively just an improved version of Alien Warrior.
Could someone make a better alien card?
We moved 2 A counters to special an alien from the hand or deck. It's just an improved version of Mysterious Ruins. Remember that one?
It's just straight up and it.
Now, the one thing I find interesting is that it only gives its benefit to 1 monster it points to, because it's only going to be able to point to 1 alien monster, which would be funny if you make a Gogol, because that's not even an alien monster.
That's right. Yeah.
So the protection isn't really going to do much.
some interesting stuff there.
So
I guess
that's funny. But everything else is great.
Right. I gotta say though, like all these effects are so insane that it would have been justified to give this thing 0 attack.
Yes.
It would have been completely
that would be completely fine.
They gave it nothing. Like if they gave it the effect that it destroys itself at the end of the turn, then you can't play any of these effects for the rest of the duel. It still would have been good. But yeah, because it doesn't do all those things, it's an insane card.
Yeah, it's crazy. I really wish there was a thing for aliens.
11 out of 10. This is the link we needed. I mean, the other one, the one we got isn't bad. By no means is it bad.
So at the moment, this is our favorite card of the video.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. All right, so I got the next one.
So, and I guess our least favorite one would have to be the Phoenix.
Yeah. Not saying it's bad, because there hasn't really been a bad card.
We're just saying that there was a problem with the wording.
Too good.
Yes.
All right. So,
Yep, you got the next one.
This next one here, Cubic Root. I feel like we're doing this out of order, because I'm reading the Hazy Flame, the Karakuri, and the Cubic, all stuff you play.
All right. Yeah, oh well.
Link 1 pointing down.
To be fair, I got to read the Alien and the Gaia, so I'm fine.
Yeah, that's true. It's almost as if you pick out these cards and try and find your archetype.
Yes, kind of. I just look up. I put in archetype, then I put fan-made cards, and then I just go from there.
Eventually, there will be a Dark Scorpion on this list. Well,
I haven't looked that up yet.
I'm actually curious to see what people can do.
I want to look that up now.
That might be its whole episode.
Oh, right. And as you can see, by BDSceptyr. Continue.
Okay. Well, level 4 lower cubic monster during your battle phase. Quick effect, you can target one monster on the field that battled this turn. Spell summon a cubic monster from your hand or deck that is 1 level higher than the target, ignoring the summoning conditions. Then if you do, it gains attack equal to the monster's attack plus 1100. Specific. Then equip it with that target. Once per turn, if a card is banished, you can apply this effect depending on the number of banished cards with the same name. Draw 2 cards, then discard 1 card. The name of all monsters currently on the field become Crimson Nova.
Yeah, that way you can do the fusion.
Yeah, I see. I like it. I think it's pretty good. Now, if you use the V-Jam as material, it'll still go in Spell and Trap Zone, or no?
It would go to the graveyard.
Oh, okay.
Because that's only if it battles.
Right.
Okay. Also, I like how it was if a card is banished, do these effects depending on how many of the same name are banished. Here's the thing. Cubic Karma. You can banish all of them in 1 turn.
Right,
because it's all hard ones done. So that actually works out great.
Yep, and I feel like I know cubics only have like 1 extra deck monster.
Yeah,
and they don't necessarily need a link for plays. So making it a 1 just kind of makes sense.
Fits
I feel,
great.
especially. Go ahead.
Yeah, it fits perfectly with that. It
Yep.
doesn't need to go into the extra deck. It just helps as a way of easily being out it. Oh, like
Yeah,
how
just gives them
Magical
something to
Musketeer.
do if they only have one monster on the board and it can't do anything. It just gives them another option.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing the Magical Musketeer link does.
Mm-hmm.
And also the let's see, special one cubic monster from your hand that is, yeah, that fits because remember you play that all the cubic beasts and cubic kings, they go in increments of one level and they have to be special in two unique ways, and this gets around that by ignoring summon conditions, and it gains the attack plus 1100 because they don't have attack initially, so that way you can actually bring them out. So it somehow addresses every aspect of how cubics play, being able to bring out the fusion battle, being able to bring out the kings and beasts, and being able to get advantage off of balancing karma.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's great. I think it works out really well. So I get the next one.
Yep. Oh Lord. Oh
Okay.
no.
Okay, so Scout of the Ice Burial.
Oh no.
So, this is a Pendulum. And it looks like a frozen Pikachu.
It does.
So, it's a level 1. It's a scale 10. Aqua Water. Oh, all these are by Subzerowins, which fits with the name.
Yeah.
Okay, you cannot Pendulum summon monsters except for Ice Burial monsters. This effect cannot be negated. If another Ice Burial cards you could show would be destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can destroy this card instead. So, kind of like the Dynamist means of protection.
Mm-hmm.
While you control another face-up Ice Burial monster, all Ice Burial monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's card effects, except Scout of the Ice Burial itself. If this monster would be used as a secret material for the summon of Ice Burial or Synchro monster, one Ice Burial monster in your hand can be used as one of the other Synchro materials.
Mm.
So,
that helps.
let's just move on to the other Pendulum. You get to read this one.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
Do you hate Ice Burial or something?
I just know that any one card that we read is not going to make the deck playable. Any 5 cards is probably not going to make the deck playable.
Well, we'll find out.
All right. So that one was pretty good. Let's see if this one keeps it up. It's made by the same person. Yep. Okay. Level 8. That's a scale 1 spellcaster pendulum. The pendulum effect is you cannot pendulum summon monsters except for ice barriers. This effect can't be negated. If an ice barrier monster you control will be destroyed by battle, you can destroy this card instead. Same thing as the other one. You contribute this card by attributing any number of ice barrier monsters. For each attributed monster, destroy one card in your opponent's field and or hand. You can only summon this once per turn. During the end phase of the turn, this card was destroyed by battle or by card effect. You're supposed to summon one ice barrier, tuner monster from your grave. Huh. So, all right. So this is kind of an iffy thing for me with the two, because the scout's good. I like the monster effect of the scout, being able to use them for the hand, because that's something that they would need for sure, because they have no fields forming.
That's why they now have 2 pendulums.
Right. They don't have anything really, to be honest. But I like the effect of the scout, and I like the scales, how broad they are, because they do have higher level monsters. They do have quite a bit, and I think one of them lets you normal summon again. But
I can't remember.
Getting that one out is difficult.
I do know that they have Medallion of the Ice Barrier, which lets you search out any Ice Barrier card, so that's always pretty good.
Yeah. So this thing, And whenever I was reading the tribute effect, I was like, that's kind of weird. But then I realized it's just a number of ice barriers, so you can tribute just one to bring it out.
Yeah.
So I don't, yeah, I don't think that's bad. I thought it was going to be kind of weirdly out of place at first, but I see it now. I see why.
If you have more in the field due to like pendulum something or stuff like that, you can get this out so that you can take more cards from your opponent's field and hand, because it just destroys. It doesn't target.
Right. So it's great effects, and I kind of forgot about this. Ice barriers do have a search spell.
Yeah, medallion.
So if you get one of these, you can search the other one with it. So it's definitely like these two cards would be like a great start for support, but they're going to need more than just two cards to make the main deck playable.
I do like the fact that it can float into an ice barrier tunnel from the graveyard, which is useful.
Yeah, it's kind of delayed because it's during the end phase.
Yeah,
but it's still useful. I still think like the fact that it's a scale 1 and the other is a scale 10.
Ready to move on to the next one? Ready to move on?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Oh my!
Golem of the Ice Barrier. Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, this one is a level 7 synchro. Takes 1 tunnel and 1 or more non-tunnel water monsters. 2200 attack, 3000 defense. This card gains 200 attack for each ice barrier monster in the graveyard. Once per turn, during either player's turn, if this face-up card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can discard 1 ice barrier monster instead. When this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 ice barrier monster from your graveyard to your hand, except itself. Well?
My thing is that Ice Barrier don't need any more synchros. They're good. they got some of the best synchros in the game. They were so good that one of them had to be changed how the wording said.
True.
So I mean, they don't need any better boss monsters. They don't need any more.
Here's the thing. Now they actually have one that actually cares about the deck.
That's true. The
other ones didn't say Ice Barrier except for the name. This one actually states Ice Barrier in the text. And honestly, the stats are really good, especially that it's going to keep getting attack. It has a decent level of protection, which would set up the graveyard by increasing its attack even more. And if it is sent to the graveyard, you can recover a monster, which is good.
Right. It's not. I'm not saying it's a bad card. But it's
just that the archetype itself needs more work. Right?
Right. It's just that if Konami were to make like 5 cards for Ice Barrier, I wouldn't want them to make a synchro.
Fair enough. Okay, you got the last one.
All right. Field spell. End of the world, the Ice Barrier. The Ice Age. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Pretty much.
When this card is activated, you can add 1 Ice Barrier monster from your deck to your hand. See, that's except the Pendulum monster. Okay, now you pushing it, buddy. All Ice Barrier monsters you control gain 500 defense. Once per turn, you can activate one of these effects. That was a period. Each effect can only be used once while this card's face up on the field. Oh, huh. Special level 4 Ice Barrier from the deck. Woo!
Yeah.
Add 1 Ice Barrier Pendulum monster from your deck or face up from your extra deck to your hand. Okay, so that makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Send 1 Ice Barrier monster from your deck to your grave. Okay. So, I don't know how what their graveyard setup is.
Yeah, I can't think of a barrier target either.
Yeah, but straight up summoning from the deck and searching twice in 1 turn is yeah. With those 3 cards, like just the synchro, just focusing right now on the field spell and the pendulums. Just those 3 would make this deck playable. It would make it playable, and I guess I was wrong because I said 5 cards can't make it. This guy made it in 3.
We completely don't care about the Golem.
Yeah. It's just, the fact that he's made, they need more main deck. They need main deck.
Yes.
They don't need extra deck.
No.
That's like a nice little. If there was like a fifth card here that was in the main deck and it was stellar just like the others, then yeah, I wouldn't mind having another synchro at that point because the other cards already did it. But if this was Konami, they would have some kind of junk card in between it.
Hmm.
So, if these cards were real, Ice Barrier would be playable. But I still don't think it would be like top tier or anything.
Oh, but
they would finally be playable.
But you're right. The general of the Ice Barrier does grant an additional normal zone.
Yeah, I mean, if you can consistently, and you can, because the field spell and their search spell that they already have, if you can consistently bring that monster out, these pendulums will allow you to do that. And you can summon it, normal summon something afterwards, after you special summoned all this stuff. If there's like one that can't be special summoned, I don't know if there is or not. But you can summon it that way. And there's like, I mean, like there's actually plays that can be made with just these cards. So props to Sub-Zero, because he actually convinced me that the deck could be played.
And for the record, no, I can't find anything that would actually work as a fearless barrier target. But yeah, so we're still sticking with Alien Predator being the best one and the worst one being Phoenix due to warding.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with that.
Okay.
Predator, because those three cards are great for the Ice Barriers, but Alien Predator is an amazing card on its own.
Yes.
And I think just as a standalone thing, that's definitely the best card of the list.
Okay, so
and yeah, I'll agree. The Phoenix is the worst made
because it's the best hand trap.
Yeah, the artwork's great, but the effect needs to be dialed down a little bit.
Yeah.
It can negate. I'm fine with it negating, but it has to have a major restriction. For
Yeah,
like
if you control only Hazy Flame monsters, minimum one. Something like that. Yeah.
Like only Hazy Flames. You can't summon anything else.
Yeah. So yeah, that's over this time. Thanks for watching.